is Merv Jersak, slow of speech and slow of tongue. Slow of speech and slow of tongue, Merv Jersak.
In the ancient Hebrew scriptures, there is a fascinating story about God appearing to Moses in a burning bush. Now, in public speaking, we call that getting your audience's attention. Now, the reason that God got his attention was he wanted to recruit Moses to go before Pharaoh, to speak to Pharaoh, to convince him to let his people Israel leave slavery in the land of Egypt and go to their own promised land. Now, in 1947, these ancient scriptures were discovered in the caves of Qumran near the Dead Sea in Israel. My uncle Shem was part of that expedition, and he managed to procure one of the scrolls. It was an early draft of this very story, written in Moses' own handwriting. Madam Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, and now for the rest of the story. Moses? Yo, who's there? Moses, it is I, the Lord your God. Hoi vey, shalom! Moses, I have come to recruit you to go before Pharaoh, to speak to him and convince him to let my people go. Oh no, Lord, you know that I can't speak in public. My palms get sweaty, my face gets red, I stutter, I stammer. Lord, you know that I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. Now the scriptures record that at this point, the anger of the Lord burned against Moses. Not a good place to be if you're Moses. This is the first recorded instance in history where someone would rather die than speak in public. Very well, Moses. I happen to know that your brother Aaron is a fantastic public speaker. I'm going to recruit him to be your mentor. And so God and Aaron put together a plan to get Moses ready to speak to Pharaoh. Moses, Aaron and I are going to put you through 10 speeches. And in those 10 speeches, you will be ready to convince Pharaoh to let my people go. What do you think of that? Oy vey! Aaron, go get your brother or your sister Miriam. I think we need an oy vey counter. Now, Moses, the first speech, easy, introduction. You're going to walk into the palace, you're going to say, Mr. Pharaoh, members of the royal palace, most welcome guests. But Lord, you know that he is going to throw me out, or worse yet, have me killed. Yeah, that's a possibility. Pharaoh's never been a whitewash evaluator. But I tell you what, I have a little plague up my sleeve. Because at that point, I'm going to smite the River Nile and turn it into blood. Get it? Smite. Ooh, Moses. That's a great word. That's going to be our word of the day. I'm going to smite the River Nile and turn it into blood. How's that, Moses? Lord, you just know he's stubborn. You know that he's not going to go for this. Moses, must stop worrying already. This is my department. Speech number 2. You're going to get organized. You're going to have an opening, a body, and a conclusion as you describe the second plague. And then I'm going to smite the land of Egypt with a plague of frogs. Get it? Show a plague, make a point. Show another plague, make another point. 10 plagues, 10 points, he'll get the picture. Now Moses, any other questions before we get started? Not a question, Lord, but I can see this public speaking thing taking off. We should give it a name, Lord. Okay, Moses, favored son of Israel, of the tribe of Levi, of the clan of Smedley. lunch. I've got some chicken noodle soup and a little matzo ball. Perfect, Moses. We're going to call it Matzo Masters. Madam Matzo Master, fellow Matzo Masters, now you know the rest of the story.